Welcome to the stream. In this stream, we will try to create this share modal design, UI design, which we have picked from UI Design Daily. So basically, if you go to UI Design Daily, you can see many UI designs created by the creators, and you can filter them by software and stuff. So basically, if you're new to HTML and CSS, or if you're a beginner, or if you want to just practice them, you can come here and pick a design and just try yourself to recreate them. So in this stream, we have picked this share card, and we will be creating we will try to create them in Codepen using HTML and CSS. So let's jump into Codepen. So you can minimize the JS window because you will not be using JS, you will be just using HTML and CSS. So let's begin by creating a universal selector, and just setting the margin to 0 and padding to 0, and box sizing to border box. Then we can move to body and just add a background color. So let's pick the background color. Okay, so I guess this is the color for background. Okay, it looks pretty close. Okay, then I just add some display of flex, justify content center, and align items center, so that when we add this card here, it jumps to the center and doesn't hang over in the left side. And let's also add a height of 100 vh. Okay, so that's enough, I guess, for starting. So now maybe let's add a name, live code project 2. Okay, so now we can just say the CSS and we can just move to HTML. So we can see that we have a card section here. Let's create that card first. So now we have a card here. Maybe we can set the okay, so we'll set a min width of 400 pixel so that we could see something. Then min height of 400 pixel and color of white. Okay, so we'll come back to that later. Okay, so let's just finish the HTML first, then we'll move on to that. So for icons, I am using ion icons. So for using ion icons, we need to add a script. So we can install, or we can use the ion icons package by just copy pasting the script in here. So we'll paste it above the HTML, starting of the HTML. Then we can maybe fetch Google font family from Google Fonts. So let's go to fonts.google.com. So we can maybe use Poppins. You can choose any design, any font family. So let's pick 400, and so let's pick a font weight of 400 and 500. Yeah, it looks okay, maybe light version. So you can either copy this link tag and paste it on top of your HTML in the header tag, or you can just go here and copy paste this import URL tag, import URL to your CSS. Since our every font in our body will be of same font family, we can add it in the body tag. Okay, so now we have went ahead and added some basic CSS, and we have just added our icon script and just a div class of card. So now we have to add this icon. Let's go with start with an icon. We need an icon, so we need a close icon. So let's go to ion icons and search for it. Close, close, and here we have the icon. Let's copy it and let's paste it. Okay, so here it appears. It appears in the center because we have this display flex and display flex with justify content center and line item center with a height of 100 VH. So it appears here. So now if we go here and add a card, uh, background color of white, we have it here. Okay, so now if we add width to 400 pixel, min height 400 pixel. Okay, so later it didn't appear because I went with adding color white and not background color white. So yeah, now we have it in here. Then we have to, okay, so now we have to uh, add this heading. So let's go with an h1 tag. H1, share this article, share this article. Then we need this paragraph. So the paragraph is, if you like this article, if you like this article, share it with your friends. Share it with your friends. They will thank you later. Okay, so now we have the heading and the paragraph and the close button. Now we have to add this. So they could be anchor tags with, first one is Facebook, or we can put them in a div tag so that we can just do a div flex or to put them side by side. So first let's create a new div here, div social buttons. Then we can create an a tag. First one is Facebook. Let's also add the icon in here. So search for Facebook, copy it, paste it in here. Okay, so now we have the Facebook logo and Facebook text in there. Then you can just copy paste it. Then we need Twitter. So let's search for the logo of Twitter, copy it, paste it. Then the last one goes here. The last one is Reddit. Copy the Reddit logo. Okay, so now we have uh, all the buttons we needed, all the social media buttons we needed. We now have Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit. Then we need these 4,5 caches. So it goes underneath this div tag. That is H2, or we can go for H3. H2 is better, I guess. H2 4,5 K. It's a capital K. Then we can add the words shares in a span tag. I guess we can change this to H3. Okay, so H3 looks much better. Then we need this, close this window, a small anchor tag. Close this window. So let's add a class in here. Okay, so I guess HTML is finished. We are done with our HTML. Let's move to some styling stuff, I guess. Okay, so we have this basic HTML done. Okay, so let's start with the card. So this has a border radius. Let's start with the border radius, 5 pixel. Okay, so 5 pixel looks okay. 10 pixel. Okay, 10 pixel. So let's keep it at 10 pixel. Then we need to push this to the right. Okay, so we can add a class to the icon. Close btn. Okay, then maybe add a padding to the card. Let's add some padding to the card. So the card has some padding here and here. So let's add a padding of top 20 pixels on top and bottom, and around 60 pixels on left and right. Okay, first I have to make this icon little bolder. It's very thin now. So icon button, close button, I guess it's close button. Okay, so we have to move it to the right. So let's say right. Okay, first we have to set position absolute, then top 0, right 20. So it jumps in here, so we have to set this to position relative. Okay, so the icon is here now, so we have to okay, so for some reason it's not moving. Let's see, 200, 10. Okay, right, 50, 1 works, 0 works. Okay, so we have to, okay, so we can put it in here, 20 pixel. Okay, we have to put, okay, I forgot the pixel part here, so 20 pixel. Okay, so I just forgot the pixel part in here, and now it works. And top it has to be 20 pixel, so it comes down. Okay, that looks good. Then we need the font size, icon size to be bigger, so let's give a font size of 1.2 rem. Okay, let's give 1.5 rem. So 1.5 rem looks pretty much correct, so let's give it a color. Okay, so this is the color. Okay, I believe this is the color. I'm not sure about the colors. Okay, so now we have that ready. We have it there. Now we need some. Maybe we can put a margin bottom here. I'll just leave it there. We can. Uh, okay. So now the close button is done. Maybe we need to add the cursor pointer so that it shows like this when we hover over it. So now that's done. Button is finished. Let's move to the heading H1. H1 we can set the font size to font size 1.2 rem. Okay, let's see if font weight has any effect. 600. We have 300 for 500. Okay, so let's see if we put gold. Okay, so looks pretty close. Um, yeah, we can keep it in there, and let's pick the color for it. So this is the color, I believe. Color. Also, let's give it to the margin. let's give it margin top of 1 em. Okay, so 2 em looks pretty close. Okay, so we have all the text aligned to center. So let's see if we go to the body and okay, we can go to the card and say text align center. Okay, so now we have all the text centered, center aligned. So now let's move to the paragraph. So we have the paragraph here, font size of 1 rem, maybe 0.8 rem, and the color. So here we are using is this color or this one. Okay, so the color looks correct. Okay, so maybe we can add a br tag in here so that the they will triangulator will come jump to the next line. So wait. Okay, so now we can move towards. Okay, so paragraph is done. Okay, so paragraph looks decent. Maybe some margin on top. So let's add some margin. Oh, it looks fine. Okay, we can add some margin here. Margin top 1 em or 0.8 em 6. Okay, so okay, this looks fine. Then we can move to this button area. So we name the class social buttons. So social buttons. Then we can say display flex. Then we don't need display flex actually. Let's see. We do this. Okay, we have it like this. Let's see. Uh, so we add class here on the icon, say logo icon. For all the buttons, we can just target them and change the color. Logo icon. So now what we can do is we can just come here and say logo icon should have a color of white. Okay, that will make them visible. Fine. Then what we can do is we can just go for say tag. We can go for the say tag and just say have the color of white. Text decoration none. Okay. Okay, we can. Okay, so we need individual classes in the tag so that we can color them separately. So what we can do, we can come here and say first one is Facebook class FB, then second one is Twitter class Twitter, then class Reddit. So now if we come here, we can say dot FB color, background color. let's pick this color. And here is our FP. Then we can say Twitter, then background color, then let's go for Reddit. Same background color, let's add a background color, and it is black. Okay, it's black. So now we have all the colors ready for the buttons. So now we can style the buttons. We can say it should have a padding of 2m. Okay, that's too big. Let's go for 1. Okay, we can go for 0.5. So that looks fine. Then border radius 10 pixel. Okay, so 5 pixel looks fine. Okay, so we can say these buttons have a margin margin 0 and 1m. Okay, let's give 0.5. Okay, okay, so now we can add some margin on top of that. Social buttons margin 1m. Okay, we can go for 3m, I guess. Okay, so this is not equal, so we can say 3m 0, then 2m 0. Okay, so that looks pretty okay. Okay, maybe this is 1.5. 1.8. Okay, so that looks okay now, so we can maybe say display flex. Okay, it breaks. Let's see, I just want to align the icon and the content inside it same size. So what we can do is let's see, we can do some display flex and display content. Okay, okay, what if we just try? Okay, so now we can click here. Let's see, align items center. Okay, that doesn't work. Let's see, align content center. That doesn't work. Then maybe padding auto. That also doesn't work. Okay, what if we try display flex and say align items center and justify content? We can say space between and we can give a max width of max width of 120 pixel. Okay, so let's see. So if we go to the tag, I mean you have different options to do it, but I'm just choosing to go like this time. So align items center, then max. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, we'll go for another option. 120 pixel. Okay, so basically, let's see. Okay, so we can add some margin on the logo icons. So we can say 0 on the top, bottom, and 1 on the right, left and right. That will be too much. Yeah, that will be too much. Okay, so 0.3 m looks fine. Okay, so let's try 0.5. Okay, so that looks pretty fine. So okay, let's also justify content center. Okay, so okay, so this doesn't look right. So what we can add is maybe add some div tag with the icon, then an anchor tag, or let's just Google them. Let's try Googling. HTML add anchor tag with icon. Okay, no, maybe not that link. Yeah, let's see. Anchor tag images as links in HTML5. Okay, so yeah, so basically here they are using image tag, then inside if they are using image. Okay, so we need some, we don't need the, we need icons. Okay, so we need something like this. So here what they are doing is okay, so where is this? Okay, so they are using button, then okay, so they are using button here, then inside that they have this anchor tag. Okay, so we have similar approach here, so we have an anchor tag with this. Okay, maybe we will keep it like that for now. Okay, so let's move on to other parts. Okay, so what we can do is we can just remove this and let's see. Let's put a margin on the right, 0.5 m. Okay, now that looks decent. Okay, so we don't need margin on left and right, we just need it on the right. Margin right. Okay, margin 7.7. Okay, so it looks pretty fine. Maybe you need some padding on the button. We do have padding here. We have padding here of zero point 0.5 mm on top, and we can say uh, 0.2 mm on left and right. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, so that is top and bottom and left and right. We need like 0.2 mm. Okay, that doesn't give it. Uh, so what if we increase the size to 140 pixels? So basically I need to create more room in here. So maybe reduce the margin right to 5 and add some padding in here, 0.2 m. Okay, so the padding is using that. So remove the padding. Then let's see. Okay, so we can just leave it here for now. We will just move on to other things. The time is getting too much. Okay, so we need to do the styling for this one. So that is H. Where is it? Where is it? So that's H3. So let's style H3. So basically, you have better ways, far better ways to put an icon inside an anchor tag. We will explore them as days pass. We are just beginning. We are just going to the basics and trying it out. So the things we do now might not be the pro level things, but we'll get there. Okay, so let's go to the H3. So basically, the whole idea of the live stream is to like just jump in, pick a design, and just try to create them in HTML and CSS, and we'll be hitting roadblocks. So that so basically, while doing them, we will get to know, okay, we don't know this part, we don't know, we are not so confident about that part. So basically, we can just explore them more, or we can go in depth on them on another videos. So that's the plan. So yeah, so not font family, font size. We can go for a font size of 1.2 rem. Okay, we need it smaller, so let's go for 0.8 m rem. Okay, we need 9. Maybe 1 rem is fine. Okay, 1 rem is fine. And yeah, that's basically it. We just need to color the span separately. So we have H3 with a span, so we can say font weight is 300 for the span, and that's done. Okay, so we need we need the color, I guess. So basically we can pick the color from uh, H1. Okay, so that's done now. Then let's add this last part. Close this window, but anchor tag. So that is close link. You can give it a color of red, I believe. Okay, so here it is. Okay, why is it here? Okay, so Okay. Okay, so what we have to do is, okay, so what we can do is, okay, now it's fixed. So now let's give it some, let's give a proper font size, and font size 0.8 run. Yeah, we have to remove the text decoration, and let's give some margin like 30 pixels. Let's give a margin on margin top 3 em. Okay, 5 pixel. Okay, so it's not refreshing. Let's see. So we have this here. So let's add a margin top. Margin top 5 em. Okay, margin 100 pixel. Okay, I believe it is not working because we have okay, so let's see. Okay, for some reason margin 5 pixel is not working. So what we can do is maybe put a margin bottom on the h3. Margin bottom 5 em. Okay, that works. So let's add 3 em, and 3 em looks okay, but maybe 2.5 em. So basically 2 em looks okay. So now we have it ready. We have it done. We have the buttons done. So we face some issue with the buttons, but we'll recover. We will learn through them in another videos. So basically it's done. Like we have the button here, we have the h1 tag here, then we have the paragraphs done, then we have these social media icons, then the number of shares, then I close this window and get tag button underneath. Then do we need box shadow? Okay, then let's try that also. Where is it? Okay, so here we can try to add a box shadow. I'm not very good with box shadow, but let's see. 10 pixel, 5 pixel. Okay, okay, so okay, so mm, okay, this is the spread radius. Okay, so we can just use this color, I guess. Okay, so we can add some RGB 0.3. Okay, so now, yeah, it has some, I believe it has some shadow effects. Let's see what we can change this to 10. Okay, what if we put this to black? Okay, so what will we will just leave it here because I'm not very great. Okay, so I'm not very good with this box shadow thingy for now. So we will leave it here. Okay. Okay, so now it looks pretty close to here. So box shadow looks pretty close. Okay, it's going to get over an hour. So we have it. So basically we went in. I just picked up a UI design. We tried to recreate them. We faced some issue with the buttons, and that's all. So we are done here. So that's all for this video. Uh, yeah, so it's like it's only the second video, second live stream. So basically I have some issue with the language, which will be corrected in future videos. We'll get the language ready. Also, yeah, so the whole idea is to learn together. Just jump in and try to create things and just share the journey. As I make mistakes, I does all the foolish or like googling for even the stupidest of the things. So the whole idea is that, so just yeah, check out for keep waiting for future videos and join my journey. You can also uh, follow me on Instagram. You can just go to my Insta ID and just feel free to DM. I'm always happy to help and just talk. So here is my Insta ID. So yeah, so you can see, yeah, I am also sharing these projects that I does here in my Instagram account. Also, the code is available on Codepen and my GitHub account. So basically, you can check them out here. You'll get all my profile links to all my profiles in the Instagram bio. So if you go to my GitHub, also you'll get to see all the projects I'm doing. So yeah, just try them out yourself and learn from them and keep exploring. So that's all. Take care. We'll see you on the next video.